Hey Canucks fans, let's hand out some Canucks year-end awards. I'm Clay Emo, I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter. I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram. I'm the founder of the GLCBC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. It's my Canucks take, all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Thursday, June the 25th. This is where you get Canucks insight that's positive and timely. Before we get to our year-end awards, I want to acknowledge that it sounds like Vancouver is now going to be on the outside looking in when it comes to hub cities. The snag, apparently, that a lot of people are reporting on is that what happens if there's a positive test inside of the bubble? What's the next steps? What's the procedure? What's the protocol? And as much as I would love Vancouver to be a hub city because of all the reasons I've talked about before, I more importantly want our city and our province to stay safe. So I trust Dr. Bonnie Henry. I trust her advisors. I trust that they would make the right decision. And if it's something that them and the NHL can't agree on, then so be it. And, in the big picture, we want to do what's best for our local city and our local population. And if that means we're watching games emanate from another city, I'm absolutely fine with that. So that's that. We'll continue to track that story as we go. Maybe name the hub cities tomorrow as part of the NHL draft lottery. And I'll talk about that tomorrow, that confusing lottery. I'll go over it one more time tomorrow morning. But for today, I want to hand out my Canucks year-end awards. The Canucks are asking fans to vote on the website until July the 2nd. And it's just simply four. It's Unsung Hero, Most Exciting Player, Best Defenseman, and MVP. So let's go through each, and I'll give my rationale, and I'll give maybe at least one or two runner-ups in each category. So Unsung Hero. I thought about this one a lot, and last year I talked about Antoine Roussel being the unsung hero because usually the whole notion is unsung. It's either underappreciated or they don't get as much press as the next guy or whatever it may be. But for this one, I'm going with JT Miller. And you say, well, Clay, why would he be unsung? He was a Canucks leading scorer. That's my point. I think despite being the Canucks leading scorer, I think people are going to, when they think of MVP, when they think of most exciting player, which I'll get to, or just the best player in the Canucks, I think you're still looking at Pettersson, you're looking at Hughes, and you're looking at Markstrom. All three valuable, valuable players, and I kind of just spoiled my next three winners. But I would still say, despite leading the team in scoring and despite all the leadership he brings, all the intangibles, as much as we love JT Miller, I would still see him as being unsung compared to those other three of Pettersson, Hughes, and Markstrom. JT Miller led the team in scoring 72 points, and therefore, but he does a lot of things also, not just score goals and have really good assists. He works his butt off. He's a great leader. He breaks up a lot of plays in the neutral zone and just does a lot of things, willing to stand up for his teammates, willing to rough it up and mix it up a little bit. So I would give JT Miller the Unsung Hero Award. And a close second for me would actually, a second and third would be both Adam Gaudette and Jake Virtanen. Adam Gaudette had a really, really good season. I think he had 36 points in 59 games, which is more than half a point a game, which is outstanding. He improved in the faceoff circle. He improved in his plus minus. He improved in his defensive play. And he played 59 of the 69 games. He was quietly a very solid contributor on our third line. And Travis Green was able to trust him more in defensive situations. So I would give Adam Gaudette my runner-up and Jake Virtanen my second runner-up. Also played well. He played in, I think, almost all the games this year. Had a few more points than Adam Gaudette, but kind of bounced around in the third and fourth line, but was on his way to 20 goals. So I like what Virtanen brought as well. But my winner would be JT Miller, with my runner-ups being Adam Gaudette and then Jake Virtanen. Let's move on to most exciting player. This one to me is still Elias Pettersson. Although Miller is exciting, Miller skates fast and he can score. And I would actually say Tyler Toffoli, if he was here longer, he might have had a chance to get at least make a dent here. But for me, it's Elias Pettersson. Every time he touches the puck, whether it's on the power play, especially on a breakaway, whether it's in a shootout, or simply, like I said, setting up on the power play, gaining the zone, or making moves in the zone, or especially deking guys out of their skates, so to speak. I still think he's our most exciting player, and there's a sense of anticipation anytime Pettersson gets the puck, whether he's winding through the neutral zone or setting up in the offensive zone. So I'll give it to Pettersson. I'd say runner-ups here are Quinn Hughes, because anytime Hughes touches the puck, there's also anticipation. Maybe not as much anticipation as Pettersson, because Hughes is a smoother skater than Pettersson. So Pettersson often looks like he's working really hard. He's trying really hard. He's running on a skate, so to speak, where running on the ice, where Hughes is a little more smooth. And I'd say he's exciting as well. The way that he can, walk the line and pivot and turn and close gaps and break away from guys, all those things. One man entry strategy, one man exit strategy. But I would still give it to Pettersson because of the anticipation and that one timer. You can't, that's a really, really exciting. I'd say the two things that are really exciting about him are his one timer and his moves. He's got some really nice moves, especially his forehand backhand move. So I really like, or backhand forehand, he can do anything. So I would give Pettersson the nod for most exciting player. Quinn Hughes, I'd say, would be in there. And then I think JT Miller would get some votes. And I think that Jacob Markstrom, you don't think of your goalie as your most exciting player. But if you've seen some of the saves that Markstrom has had to make this season, I think you'd agree with me. He's been a very exciting player. Glove saves, pad stacks, diving, whatever it is. So give that to Elias Pettersson, most exciting player. Best defenseman, no brainer here. I think it's Quinn Hughes. And it's funny, when you think about the Norris Trophy, it seems like they're giving it to sometimes it's the most offensive defenseman, or they got to give it to a defenseman who can score points. Well, we know that Quinn Hughes can score points. We know that his defensive game is pretty good. It's not amazing, but it's not a fall off of guys like Edler and Tanev and Myers. So I definitely think this is Quinn Hughes for sure because of his offensive ability and how exciting he is, as I mentioned, how he ran their first unit power play. He unseated Alex Edler after a few weeks. So I'd give it to Quinn Hughes for sure, and I would give it the runner-up to Alex Edler. And then other guys like Tanev, Stetcher, Myers, they're consistent, but I wouldn't call them best defensemen, not even a runner-up. So let's give it to Quinn Hughes. I think this is a no-brainer with Alex Edler as our runner-up. And then MVP, to me, it's a three-horse race between Markstrom, Pettersson, and Miller. And that's actually the order that I would put it in. I would say Jacob Markstrom over Elias Pettersson. We know that Markstrom single-handedly stole games for us. I think of that win over Chicago on the night that the Sedins got their jerseys retired in mid-February. I think he made 50 saves in that game. There's been other games where he's kept the team in. He's given the chance to win. 23 wins in his 43 games played. 918 save percentage. All really, really good stats. And I think if you take Markstrom off this team, and we saw it a little bit when Demko went 3-3 when Markstrom got hurt at the end of the year. You take Markstrom off this team, we're in trouble. You take Pettersson off the team, I think we're in trouble too, but not as much because you still have Miller, Toffoli, Horvat, Besser to help out. And if you take Miller off the team, which we had last year, he wasn't on the team, you still have Pettersson. So I think really the MVP, when you think of how much he brings to the team, and I look at what's the gap, what's the difference if you take that person off the team, to me, it's Jacob Markstrom over Elias Pettersson. So there we go. Those are my picks. JT Miller for Unsung Hero, Elias Pettersson for most exciting player, Quinn Hughes for best defenseman, and Jacob Markstrom for most valuable player. Again, you can vote on the Canucks website until July the 2nd, but I would love to know your reaction to my picks. Do you think JT Miller is a weird pick for Unsung Hero, or do you kind of agree with me? What MVP? Is it Petey? Is it Markstrom? Is there any doubt to Quinn Hughes as the best defenseman? And would you give Hughes or Miller a nod over Pettersson as the most exciting player? But for me, it's Miller as unsung, Pettersson is most exciting, Hughes as best defenseman, and Jacob Markstrom as your MVP. Canucks fans, leave a comment below. The question of the day is, what do you think of my picks? And how are you going to pick? How would you choose differently? I'd love to read your suggestions down below in the comment section. So read, react, reply. I will do that. You reply and I'll read it and react as always. Subscribe if you'd like to. Like this video if you'd like to. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves and of each other. Have a great day. God bless, and go Canucks go.